Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Could Copy Any Dojutsu or Fighting Style at its max potential. And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now, before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And one more thing, sorry for not uploading yesterday. The weather, I'm not gonna even lie. The weather here is kind of screwed me over yesterday. It was like, quite warm in the day, like 30 degrees centigrade. And in the night, when I went to sleep, I had to turn on the fan because I'm still not using AC here. Because fan is, quite more than enough for, tackling the heat and whatnot. But at the night, it got so cold and the weather changed and it was even raining. I could hear raining even. And since I had my window open, I got, kind of, sick. And when I woke up yesterday morning, I was feeling ill. My whole body was, like my muscles were stiff and I was having a fever and even a little bit of flu. So I got the medicine. Luckily enough, I was able to, stop it before it, got worse. And that is why I was not able to upload anything. Sorry about that. And I hope you enjoy this. It's quite a little bit darkish. So yeah, strap on to this, and a little bit disclaimer in advance. If you have any suggestions, like I was reading while I had this idea, leave them in the comment section. I promise, if I can, I will make them. Enough said, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 6 years after the QB attack, as we go towards the said village to see that, in the middle of the night, huge amount of lights were being lit up throughout the village, so much so it was like almost a festival was going on there. And yet the mood was somber, as the elder generation, while a little bit drunk, had seated the younger generation down and were telling them the tales of their survival and what went down a few years back when the QB attack happened, when they were just born. And the younger generation listened with wide eyes. While this was going on, and this is how the most people coped in Konoha with the events of the QB attack, some people that were driven by rage and lost many, many things, they wanted revenge. They couldn't be just satisfied with what they had right now. And to take out their rage, they had the perfect target. That target was Naruto Uzumaki. As now we go towards another part of the village that was quite far away from where this functions was going on, where we see an 8-year-old young boy was running for his life. He was wearing blue shorts, white shirt, and blue shinobi sandals, and he was panting heavily and running as fast as he could when huge men that were called the shinobis of that village were chasing after him. Most of this group of people were made out of clan people, such as the Uchihas, Hyugas, and even Yamanakas. And they were the people who had lost their loved ones, their friends, their comrades, and they have been destroyed mentally, and yet allowed to become a shinobi still. Get the demon! Today's the day we will get our redemption. Our friends who have fallen will finally have rest when we sacrifice the soul of the demon to them. As the young boy hearing this was just scared out of his mind. He wanted to get away. He wanted this nightmare to end. And how did it all begin? It all began an hour ago, when the young boy, after celebrating his birthday, had an only stall in the whole damn village that would allow him to just enter and have their food, was eating there. And while finishing his last bowl, he was about to pay the old man that owned the restaurant, until he was grabbed by his collar and yanked out of the chair, causing the bowl that he was holding to break and falling outside. And that is when the boy realized that he was in danger. Since he was always on his own, since he was an orphan, his instincts kicked in and he began to dash at high speeds, avoiding them. At first it was him trying to get away, but slowly his instincts screamed and his will to just get away turned into will to survival. Why? Because these men today were not out to just get him and beat him. They were out to kill him. And now we cut to the present. An hour later, the boy was still running. He was getting exhausted, and the men back behind him were not giving up either. Come on, just give up already. As the The boy turned and almost skidded until he dashed into an alleyway. Wrong alley he turned into, because at the corner it was a huge wall, and there was nothing he could grab onto or jump on top of to climb to the other side. And that is when he cursed his luck, because the people have entered the alleyway, and they were looking right at him with smirks as they brought out their kunais, their broken kunais, and even their small blades and knives and whatnot. Where are you gonna run now, demon? There's nothing you can do now. Why do you even call me a demon? What the hell did I ever do to you all? I'm done with you all, said the young boy. He was tired. At the age of 8, he was tired of living like this. He was continuously hated each and every second of his life while he lived there, and he did not knew why. Wasn't even given any answers. And yet these people just mocked him, made fun of him, and were now trying to kill him. End him. For what? He wanted to know. You seriously don't know. We thought that you were just joking, acting like a child, demon. I'm not joking, and I'm not a damn demon. I'm Naruto. Naruto was a... But before he could finish, he was grabbed by a man into the neck choke and slammed against the wall. As now we see, the man then chuckled. Yeah, we know who you are, Naruto Uzumaki. Or that is what you call yourself nowadays. You are nothing more than a pathetic imitation of a human. You would never be one of us. Never be a human. Even if you wear the skin. As he dug the kunai into the skin, as he began to dug it deep and then tear it down until it began to bleed a bit. As the boy screamed, but his neck was being choked and the scream was muffled. He was tearing from his eyes as he was in agony. You even bleed like us. Quite a good imitation, I might add, Kyubi no Yoko. As the boy's eyes widened. What? This idiot doesn't even realize it. Maybe the fourth really did a great job, making you incarnate of a human being so that we can finish the job what he started. What? Said the boy, as now he was dropped down. While holding his neck on his fore, Naruto looked up. His whole world was crashing down on him. He was not a human. He was Kyubi no Yoko in human skin. He was the one who attacked the village. And his hero, the man that he looked up to, the man that he adored, was the one who made his life living hell. And at that moment, something inside of that boy shattered. He looked up at the people, standing up without any expression. As the Uchiha then stood forward, let me handle this. As his eyes turned ablaze, as he then said, I will make you submit and lick our feet first before killing you. As his Sharingan blared to life, but that is when something happened. Something that shocked all of them. The boy's eyes turned from blue to red as 3 tomos appeared, and those 3 tomos turned into a new pattern. As suddenly a huge burst of chakra was released, breaking the wall and the surrounding buildings, as a huge chakra avatar, a half torso of it, appeared. It was blue, and it brought out a huge blade. As the boy with red eyes glared at them. How is this possible? How do you have that eyes? You mock me. You mock my clan. You mock the elite Uchiha. But before he could finish, the blade that was held by the massive titan brought down. And not only it destroyed all of them, turning them into bloody smears, it shattered across the whole village. A huge tear ripped throughout whole Konoha, causing all of the clans to gather there. As soon as they arrived, they witnessed something that should have not been even possible. Something they could not even dream in their own dreams. As the Kage, Hiruzen, and Sarutobi also arrived there. What the hell is going on here? Who is the cause of all this? Kage-sama, there's a huge tear throughout the whole village. Many of the buildings have been destroyed. And we're estimating some deaths as well. Who caused this all? Why don't you take a look, Kage-sama? Here's that boy you always protected. But I have a question, said Uchiha. Why is he using the Sharingan? And is that a Susanoo? As Hiruzen stood frozen. No, Naruto. It was Naruto. And he was using the Sharingan in its full potential. He was using the Susanoo, the ultimate defense, the unbreakable defense of the Uchihas, that many of the Uchihas themselves don't know how yet to use, and here was someone who was using it. As Naruto then glared continuously as the Susanoo disappeared. As he looked towards the man standing in front of him, his eyes bleeding tears that were red. Why? Why did you not tell me? Tell me why. What didn't I tell you, Naruto? That I'm the Kyubi no Yoko in human skin. Why did you hide it from me? You're not the Kyubi no Yoko. Stop lying to me. These people tried to kill me. As Hiruzen noticed the wound that was still present on Naruto's hand, the tear that was present there, they hurted you. They were going to kill me. They called me a demon. When I asked why I was called a demon, they told me that I was the Kyubi no Yoko in human skin. They told me that I was sealed like this by the fourth Hokage. If I am the Kyubi no Yoko, then why am I winning their approval? You're not the Kyubi no Yoko, Naruto. You are not the Nine Tails. If anything, you are so much more than that. You are Naruto Uzumaki. So you're not denying that I'm the Nine Tails. No, Naruto, you're just a Jinchuriki. The one who holds the Nine Tails. Why? What? Why me? It could have been anyone. Any one of these dear children. Why did not he choose theirs? Why me? Was it because my parents were nobodies? Was it because that I was an orphan already when he picked me? No, Naruto. He was picking you because of a different reason. Then tell me the damn reason. As huge chakra wave bursted throughout everywhere. Hokage-sama, he's unstable. As Hiyashi then said, and he signaled his men, who activating their Byakugan dashed as Naruto immediately snapped his eyes towards them. And one of his eyes, veins popped up. As soon as they did, Naruto countered each and every one of them and copied their Juken style to the max potential of it, causing all of their chakra pathways to block and instantly killing them. While standing there, impossible. As now they were looking at Naruto, whose one eye was a Byakugan, while the other one was a Mangekyo Sharingan. Is that a Byakugan now? How is it possible? How is he doing that? As that is when Naruto then said, got any more tricks up your sleeve? Inoichi then said, I have to neutralize him. Sorry. As he then said, mind transfer jutsu. But before he could do that, Naruto disappeared in a blitz and appeared behind him. And then he then said, after copying a few hand seals, mind transfer jutsu. But this time, as soon as he entered Inoichi's mind, he learned all of his secrets. And once returning, he used his ultimate clan technique, mind-breaking jutsu, as a huge chakra burst release, causing many of the shinobis to fall down on the ground, literally foaming from their mouth. Because their minds have been shattered and they have been neutralized. It will take months, if not years, to recover from this. Naruto, stop this madness. You're hurting people. Why should I? Why? They have tried to hurt me for past years. Even now they try to kill me when all I ever wanted was to just live a peaceful life. Become the damn Hokage. If I can't have that, then I'm gonna make sure that I'll make their life living hell. This is what not your parents wanted. Who even are they? You're not answering my questions. I'm running out of patience here. As Naruto's eyes then turned into red with slits for a moment before flashing back. What's that? Said all of them. As immediately the civilians were gathering up behind, as the huge shinobis also gathered there. And they were terrified, because they have realized that the Kyubi no Yoko, Jinchuriki, the demon in human skin as they called it, has finally lashed out. As now we see, Hiruzen seeing no way out of this then said, fine. Minato was your father. The fourth Hokage was your father. And the reason why he picked you was because he wanted the people to see you as a hero. As Naruto froze, his eyes softened for a moment until they narrowed down. What? You mean to say my own father? The man I called my hero. he ruined my life because because he wanted me to be seen as a hero? Why? Why? Why didn't then you all fulfill his wish? Said Naruto, shaking visibly, containing his anger as much as he could. We failed him. We failed him. We failed you. I tried my best. It wasn't enough then. As suddenly Naruto bursted into the full Susanoo. You want the Kyubi no Yoko, right? You want the demon, right? You want me to be that, right? Yelled out Naruto at the top of his lungs to the people of Konoha, who were now downright shocked and afraid because they have realized that they have broken the spirit of a boy who was supposed to be their hero and the legacy of their hero who died saving them. Well, I'm done being your hero. As Naruto then said, it's time I finish what you all thought of me as had started. As Naruto looked above, and immediately everyone tensed, as they saw, tearing through the sky, heading towards them at blinding speeds, was a huge, huge rock from the space itself, a meteoroid. Fall back, everyone, now! Yelled out Hiruzen, as everyone began to evacuate the civilians. But as the impact hit, the only thing that was left standing was Naruto in his Susanoo. The whole village was shattered. Some of the people survived. Most of them did not. As Naruto then sprouted wings from behind his Susanoo, taking it up into the air, as he summoned a huge blade, and then he slammed it towards the Hokage office, and then the other one he slammed straight towards the Hokage monument, shattering all the heads. I denounce this village. The next time we cross path, Konoha, I will make sure I erase you. This is all on you. With that, the 8-year-old Naruto disappeared, as Hiruzen, coming out of the debris covered in dust, coughed and looked around. There was a huge amount of destruction, heavy amounts of casualties, and it was all on them. As an envoy arrived near Hiruzen, Hokage-sama, are you alright? Hiruzen's ears were ringing. People were screaming left and right, looking towards him, hugging their dead loved ones. Shinobis were on high alert, trying to do something, evacuate people, help someone, but they were all failing badly. And at that moment, Hiruzen realized, we made a grave mistake. I made a grave mistake. As now we see, a week passed, the situation somehow, little by little, began to stabilize. The daimyo has sent immediately the construction teams as well as the medics to make sure that Konoha recovers. Hiruzen, bandaged up, was now seated in a makeshift tent in which the daimyo was seated alongside the remaining council members. The elders, as usual, were able to survive, while the the clan heads and the civilian council members were little to know there. There must be something done of the boy Hiruzen. He vowed revenge on Konoha, and whose fault do you think it is? As much as it pains me to do this, Hiruzen, I agree with Danzo. The boy is a threat, even if he is the son of Minato and Kushina. I detest the way that Konoha has treated him, but there's nothing we can do. The boy is without a doubt unreasonable, and there's nothing we can do to appease his mind. Konoha has lost a great legacy as well as a great child. A child who has displayed his strength, leveling the whole village at such a young age. If he was on our side, things could have been different. As they should have been. Said Danzo. Coming from you, that is quite cute, Danzo. I'm sorry, what do you mean by that, Hiruzen? I knew it was you. You were the one who leaked the information to the civilian council members, and the civilian knew because of them. You were the one behind all of this. Do you have any proof? As he nodded towards Ananbu, as immediately all the proofs that they were needed to be were provided in the form of audio references. And as the audio tapes were played to the daimyo, enraged and fueled, looked towards Danzo. How dare you, Danzo? It was done in the goodwill of Konoha. I thought it would be for the best. The people needed something to vent out on, and the child, he would recover. He would show potential. He would harden. But you did not anticipate this. We will discuss your punishment later, when everyone knows your true face. But right now we need to find Naruto. One last attempt. If he's gone too far, then I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. But who will find him, Hiruzen? The boy has left, and God knows where he has gone. There is someone who will be able to find him. Who? Jiraiya, his godfather. As now we see, a few days later, as the same tent Hiruzen was seated, Jiraiya arrived. Damn, Sensei, I did not know the boy leveled the village so bad. I know, it's a disaster. A disaster we could have avoided if we followed Minato's will and words. Yeah, I guess you're right. It all happened because of our people and their stupidity. So what do you want for me to do now, Sensei? I want you to find Naruto, track him down, and be reasonable with him. See if he is at least able to listen to our side first. And if we fail, then what, Sensei? Then I'm afraid there's nothing else to talk about. We might have to take him out. The boy leveled the village, displayed the powers that he should not even possess. And do you think he would be just killed without trying? We have to try. That is our only hope. News spread fast as the Jinchuriki of Konoha, the son of Minato Namikaze, has leveled the whole village because they have mistreated him. Iwa and Kumo, although happy about what has happened to Konoha, were now downright terrified and were searching for the boy on their own because of their petty revenge. Kiri wanted nothing to do with him because they have just recovered from a civil war of their own, and they did not want it to, have the same disaster again, because he was a Jinchuriki, and they have faced a Jinchuriki of their own. And this one might be the strongest one that they might have faced. While on the other side, Suna, they were afraid. Because if something like Konoha could be toppled and destroyed by a little man at the age of 8, because he was no longer a kid, then what could happen to them if he turned their rage towards them? And that is something they did not want to know. All the while Naruto left, hiding himself somewhere far away. While doing so, he found a cave far away from the elemental nations, where there was nothing more than ocean left. And as he went inside of it, he found something that shook him to the core, or something within him that was shaken. Stabbed on the ground, an almost shrine look-alike within that cave was the staff of the Sage of the Sixth Path. And suddenly Naruto heard a voice. His eyes were still the same, one of them being complete white while the other one being now red. That is impossible. I thought that the staff was lost or destroyed. All this time it has been here. Who said that? Naruto looked everywhere. It is me, boy. Calm down. As Naruto thought for a moment until his eyes narrowed. Kyuubi no Yoko. Yes. What do you want from me? I don't want anything to do with you. All I want to know is, what is that staff doing here? It must be important if it is here. And how do you know that staff? All I'm going to say is that staff is important and we should leave. Like I'm going to listen to you. You destroyed my life. Look, kid, if you have an issue, you have it with me. Do not torture the past. Do not awaken it. You might end up awakening something that you should not. And Naruto, not one for listening, the one who was pissed at everyone because he was the one getting screwed over again and again, went ahead. Stop it! I said stop it! Yelled out the Biju behind the cage, even ramming it up, but the boy didn't stop. He didn't listen. Then he went and grabbed that staff, and then picked it up. As soon as he did, he then tried to shatter it. But if anything, it didn't shatter. It sended something into his mind, causing him to scream and black out. And then the boy found himself inside a room in which, laying on the futon, was an old man who was extremely pale and even had something akin to horns on his face. Ah, young one, you have finally arrived, it seems. Who, who are you? Said Naruto with narrowed eyes. Who am I is not important. Who are you is. What do you mean? I am important. Is this some sort of a trick from the QB? Is it trying to manipulate me? Then it's not working. Because I am not a feeling human anymore. Is that true? Is that what you think you are? Nothing more than a rage-induced child who thinks he's a monster. That is what the world wants me to be. You can be so much more than that. Why I need to be that? They shattered my dreams. They took everything away from me. My own father did. He made me into a monster that everyone hated. My own village hated. I tried, and in the end, they wanted to kill me. Then don't go near them. Abandon them as they have abandoned you. You tried your best, didn't you? Yes, I did. Naruto did not understand why he was opening up to the old man. But what could he do? He was all here, all alone. I have blessed you, my boy, with the strength of changing this world. It is up to you, and only you, to decide on who to help and who to not. If you think that the whole elemental nation is unsavable, then don't save it. How do you know all of this? Who are you? And why have you blessed me, as you say? Because I am someone who has known you even before you existed or the whole elemental nation did, or even the nine-tailed Bijus that I created. What? Yes, Naruto. You are the true child of prophecy, the only one that was chosen by Kami, Yami, and Shinigami. Even if the world didn't have chakra, it would have been upon your shoulders to decide whether you would save this world or let it be damned. As Naruto took a step back, What are you talking about, old man? Who are you? I'm not gonna ask again. It seems you already are aware. Kurama will help you. He knows. And the staff? It will guide you. Train with it. And when the time is right, go back again. If you don't find anything worth saving, then leave. Let them be all damned. And with that, the white light emerged. As now we see, Naruto found himself still laying in the cave, the staff in his hand. Who is Kurama? It is me, said the voice, as Naruto was summoned back inside his mindscape. Standing in front of the huge cage, the fox looked towards him with narrowed eyes. I warned you not to touch it. The sage. That was the sage, wasn't it? The sage of the 6 paths from the myth. Yes. It seems you have met my father. Wait, you're Kurama? He told you my name. He also told me that I was the one chosen by Kami, Yami, and Shinigami to bring a change. Why me? I don't know why. They must have seen something within you. But honestly, all I see is a broken soul, tormented by all that Konoha has done. What am I supposed to do? I don't want anything to do with them. Then don't do anything. But the sage said that I am destined to save it. Is that all he said? No. He said I can save it if I want to. Or I can let it be all damned. Know this, if you save them, then the people you hate will also survive. And if you let them all be damned, many kids who are like you will suffer. They will die regretting everything. They will die knowing that they were doomed to begin with. as Naruto was now in deep thought. Did he really want to save everyone? Or did he really wanted more children like him that were out there still to suffer and die suffering? What should I do? What did he say to you? He told me to train. The staff will give me guidance, and so will you. And then go back and decide. Then do that. The sage has given you the guidance. If you're not capable of building such mentality, then do whatever you seem fit. And Naruto then woke up and now knew what he had to do. As now we see, years begin to pass by. Naruto reached at the age of 15. For many years, Jiraiya has searched. Every stone was not left unturned, but he couldn't find a trace of Naruto. Although he has been hearing rumors that a blonde man, regarded as a sage of a sort, has been walking throughout the villages. He has destroyed many, saved only a few. And only a few people he has met have survived. And Jiraiya, he was getting quite anxious, as he has returned back to Konoha for a meeting, which was now reconstructed. This sage is quite a problem, or so he claims to be. He is destroying minor villages left and right, but something is not right here. Something just doesn't add up. Out of nowhere, a sage appears, and he is bringing down judgment left and right. So far he hasn't targeted any of the major villages, Sensei. But who knows, maybe they are to be the last, or the next. You're right, Jiraiya. This certainly doesn't feel right. Let's call for a Kage Summit, Sensei. We need to talk to this sage after capturing it. I have an idea. I might think I know who this is. And you're a genius. Find this man, Jiraiya, and I'll call for the Kage Summit. Make him sure that all the Kages agree to meeting with him. And so, that is what happened. Over the course of the next 6 months, the hunt for the sage began. But he wasn't alone. The Akatsuki were also searching for it. And the day Jiraiya found him was the day that the Akatsuki were taken out, each and every last one of them by the sage. He copied the Rinnegan. And as soon as he did, he used their own jutsus and techniques to beat the living hell out of them. He even countered Kamui, even countered all the Genjutsu, even countered the Immortals, and even countered the Puppet Masters and the Clay Master. Even Zetsu stood not a chance in front of him. Each and every one of their attacks failed, countered back with 100% attacks, and in the end, he summoned Shadow Clones, who summoned Susanos, and they all summoned meteorites, almost shattering the whole earth, and not leaving a single soul of theirs left alive. And that is when he turned. And at that moment, Jiraiya froze, because standing in front of him was the carbon copy of both Minato and Kushina combined. That could only mean one thing. No, Naruto. Is that you? My boy. Who are you? I do not know if I have met you before. I am Jiraiya. I have been sent by the Kage Council at the Kage Summit in Iron Country to bring you by the 10th of this month. That is tomorrow. And why would I go there? You're the sage, right? If people call me that, then yes, I am. They want to talk to you. Is that so? Fine. This will make my job easier as well. And so cautiously they brought him to the Kage Summit. As soon as he entered, Hiruzen stood up. No, Naruto. It's been a long time, Hokage-sama. As Naruto was given a chair as he was seated, and at that moment the other Kages immediately realized who this boy was. It was the same Naruto, the same child who at the age of 8 years ago destroyed Konoha, using the powers that even he shouldn't possess. And now he was given the title of the sage, and that could only mean one thing. This boy was the incarnation of the sage or possessed the powers of the sage. What did you want to talk about? I wanted to talk about peace negotiations between you and my village, and the rest of us. Why do you think I would do that? I'm sorry, but Didn't you agree to come here to do that? Listen, and listen to me good. I am going to be visiting all of your villages, except for Konoha because it is already damned. I do not wish to do anything with it. The rest I will be visiting. And if I find any flaw, I will erase it. Who gives you the right to do that? Said Oniki standing up, as Naruto looked at him, as his eyes glowed, as ripples formed in them, as Oniki then began to dissolve. What is going on? What are you doing to me? Stop him! As his men tried to, but they all began to dissolve, as every Kage stood up. I wield the power as Naruto made his hand move forward as the staff began to materialize from the palm of his. And it was the staff of the sage that everyone was quite aware of. That I will be judging. You're just making my job easier. Iwa is done for. The village carries too much hatred to even understand. Wait, give us a chance, said the granddaughter of Oniki. Kuratsuchi, who didn't attack yet. Yes, please, said Akatsuchi, her father. We won't make the same mistake. As everyone else understood what it meant, as now Hiruzen was afraid. Afraid for itself and for Konoha. Naruto, please, give us a chance. You can't be serious. We gave you a home. We raised you. Raised me? Stop joking with yourself, Hiruzen Sarutobi. You never did. If anything, I have sent it back. Someone who has a bone to pick with you. What did you do? Naruto, what did you do? The Kyuubi no Yoko is making its way back to Konoha. Because you two have to finish what you started, as the people said. Said Naruto with a smirk on his face. This time no strings attached. I made sure that he would not fall under the genjutsu of anyone. I made sure that no funjutsu seal works. In all honesty, you will two have a fight. The one who will survive, the whole world will recognize that how mighty Konoha is, or how mighty the Kyuubi no Yoko is. What have you done? I told you Konoha was doomed. I just made it faster. It's inevitable doom. As the Kages watched Hiruzen as well as Jiraiya and everyone dashed away back to the village. But as soon as they arrived, Kyuubi no Yoko was done. It has already left, and the Land of Fire was the next target. They tried to fight, they tried to contact back to Konoha to get help, but Konoha was already destroyed. There was nothing left for them to do. He was instead on his feet. No, not like this. The history, everything, it's gone. Konoha is gone. The boy, no, Sensei, said Jiraiya. We made it. We erased it. We created this future. We should have listened to our student and never betrayed his son. You're right about that, Jiraiya. You're right about that. All the while, Kyuubi no Yoko had returned back to Naruto. It's finished, kid. There is no more Land of Fire. Neither there is Konoha. I seem that you have satisfied yourself, Kurogama. To some extent, yes. Hear me and hear me well, the rest of the Elemental Nation. Konoha and I have personal grudges, but I don't have any personal grudge against you. I have destroyed only the villages that were arrogant and that did not respect the life cycle and the weak. If you do the same, then I will be coming after you. I have no loyalty, love, or favoritism towards everyone. If I can do this to the home that Hiruzen said has raised me, I can do much worse to you all. So change your ways. I will be visiting next within a year. And I'm taking back all the Jinchurikis and Kages with me. The age in which the villages rule over the land is over. The age of the war is over. A new era is on the horizon. Under the guidance of the next sage of the sixth path, me. And with that, Naruto and the other Jinchurikis disappeared. All the beaches disappeared. And the Elemental Nation, or what was remaining of it, was left in the chokehold of Naruto. Realizing that if they make a mistake, they're dead. If they try to conquer, they're dead. If they try to provoke anyone, they're dead. All they could ever do was just now sit back and let Naruto do his thing. And try to be as much as peaceful as they could be. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And again, I apologize for not uploading yesterday. I seriously got sick, and I'm not even lying. The weather here is kind of shit. It's currently so warm that I'm sweating at the time of recording this, but as soon as I turn on the fan, it will start to get a little bit colder. I don't know what the hell is going on with the weather. So take care of yourself, my G's, and protect yourself and whatnot. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.